2 years after escaping Gotham City's slums, Selina Kyle returns as the mysterious and wealthy Holly Vanderhees. She quickly discovers that with Batman off on a vital mission, Gotham City looks ripe for the taking. Meanwhile, Luke Fox wants to prove that as Batwing, he has what it takes to help people. He targets a new thief on the prowl who has teamed up with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Together they're wreaking havoc. This Catwoman is clever. She may be Batwing's undoing. Good day, readers and listeners, and welcome to another episode of Tom's Rapid Reviews, where each week we take a few minutes to read out a book review written by one of our fabulous Surrey Library staff. I give a bit of background and context surrounding the book and its author, and it's all done in the hope that you might be inspired to try reading or listening to something new. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Catwoman, Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer is one of a series of books, the DC Icon series, which explores some of DC Comics' best known characters through young adult prose. This one is written by Sarah J. Maas, whose work we've featured on Tom's Rapid Reviews before as a recommendation. Maas is one of the leading American YA fantasy writers and turns her hand here to longtime Batman villain, /anti-hero, /love interest, Catwoman. This review comes from Elizabeth, but I also listened to this audiobook not long ago, so I'll pepper in some of my thoughts. Elizabeth says, Sarah J. Maas brings a new take on Catwoman, Selina, who claws her way out of the slums of Gotham City. She returns as a rich, powerful socialite, Holly, older, wiser, deadlier, and with purpose. She's here to make the corrupt of Gotham City suffer. What follows is an action-packed fantasy thriller. I would like to add that as a long-time fan of Batman comics, Maas succeeds in taking the characters and world of Catwoman and Gotham City to interesting new places. Her narrative managing to surprise without ever feeling like it's straying too far from what's been previously established. Taking all that into account, I'm going to give Catwoman, Soul Stealer, 3.5 out of 5. A very enjoyable read or listen for both Elizabeth and I, if not necessarily one for the history books. Catwoman, Soul Stealer is available physically or as an ebook on the Libby app, or indeed as an audiobook elsewhere. So alongside Catwoman, I want to recommend some of the other books in the DC Icon series. Let's start with Wonder Woman, Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. Bardugo is another familiar name to Tom's Rapid Reviews, having written the previously recommended Shadow and Bone. In Warbringer, we get another coming-of-age story for one of DC Comics' big characters, as the future Wonder Woman, Diana, becomes embroiled in a fight to save the life of a girl named Aaliyah, a supposed warbringer like Helen of Troy, destined to bring about bloodshed and misery as forces fight to claim her. Wonder Woman Warbringer is available physically or as an ebook on the Libby app. Next, let's discuss Batman, Nightwalker, where a young pre-Batman Bruce Wayne has to unravel the plans of a gang known as Nightwalkers, who are targeting Gotham's wealthy and whom have him in their sights next. His only means of doing so is Madeline, a fellow inmate of Arkham Asylum where Bruce finds himself after crashing his car to stop a criminal. But is he interrogating her, or she interrogating him? Batman Nightwalker is available physically from Surrey Libraries. So there's a little introduction to the DC Icons series. And that's all today from Tom's Rapid Reviews. If you've liked this video, consider liking it, sharing it, and subscribing to the Surrey Libraries channel. For now though, stay safe, keep your cake clean, borrow books, and I'll see you next time for more of Tom's Rapid Reviews.